Grab anything you can use as a weapon.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna survive. God's not gonna let us die here.
Greg, you only go to church at Christmas and now you're telling the kids God's looking out for us?
What about the people who are out there getting eaten?
Aloha. This is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman, and yes, I am back on the island for the new latest movie that's come out the 13th of August 2026, The End of Oak Street. Now this stars Anne Hathaway, Ian McGuigan, and a couple of kids whose name I don't know, and I hadn't seen in anything else. But these are the two stars, Anne Hathaway and Ian McGregor, and this is a J.J. Abrams film, produced by him, written by somebody else, fortunately. So the story turns out a little bit more sound, which I'm happy about, because I was dreading this movie. It was pretty much the only new movie out this weekend. And I was not going to go see it, but since it is the only movie and I had some time, I went ahead and I checked it out. And remember our rating scale? Shaka Thumbs Up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shaka Thumbs Down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for The End of Oak Street, it is overall, I can't believe it, a Shaka Thumbs Up. This is a long time in the coming win for J.J. Abrams. Ever since his company destroyed Star Trek, he's been kind of on the back foot. And oddly enough, this movie is a win, a much needed win for him. And again, like I said, he didn't write it. It is written by somebody else. And so I think that saves the film. You've seen the trailers. An entire neighborhood focusing on one particular family and their fight for survival. Their neighborhood, Oak Street, seems to have gotten taken into the past somehow. Now, be alien abduction, perhaps, some type of alien experiment, we don't know. And it's never really explained in this movie. What is revealed is that there are some wormhole-like happenings going on, which end up transporting an entire neighborhood back to the prehistoric age. And this neighborhood has to fight for its survival, and however they can, and maybe find a way back to the future. At the very least, this has some sappy. This is set in the 80s, in the early 80s, like 1982, I believe. They finally give a date at the end of the movie. So there's no cell phones, no high-tech computers or anything like that. So pretty much everyone is on their own. There's hand flashlights, guns, which they might have in their house, or that they might be able to pick up at some stores that might be in their neighborhood for this, against this battle of the dinosaurs. And what can I say about this movie is, I guess the most positive thing that I can say about it is this is what the last Jurassic World should have been. I know I keep saying that on every other Jurassic World movie that comes out. Uh, but this is so much better than the last Jurassic movie. Plus, it's finally showing what is happening with a world full of humans, or at least in this case, a neighborhood full of humans. Again, focusing on one particular family in general, but you see the rest of the neighborhood, and as they try to deal or get undone by these dinosaurs roaming the areas. This is exactly what Jurassic Park should have been doing, should have taken it further, and this could easily be shoehorned, not so hard, into the Jurassic World kind of setup. As just another chapter in that world in between the rest of the movies. Because it works so well. Just take out this time travel wormhole kind of business that we discover is behind all of this. Again, is this done through, disclosure like aliens, technology, or whatever? We don't know, and it's never explained. Could be a natural phenomenon of some type. Or it could have been the hand of aliens. Who knows? But what we do know is that it is a struggle of survival for a 20th century family in prehistoric times, essentially set in their 1980s neighborhood. And lots of adventure ensues. It's easy to fit this into a Stranger Things kind of vibe. I really wish this movie had come out just a couple years earlier when Stranger Things was at its height and not over. I think it could have easily, done better, been more accepted, especially without the discontent for J.J. Abrams, being at full force nowadays, where probably a lot of people would be soured by him and his latest attempts at movie going and TV shows, etc. But again, like I do say, and have said, it is a rare win for him, this movie, and it may not save his studio or his business, but it is a feather in his cap, and he should be happy about this. At least being on the positive side of producing this movie. And at the very least, it will go a long way streaming. If you've seen Spider-Man already, which I've seen it twice already, I've even went and I saw Moana, and it wasn't bad. It's if you've seen the cartoon, I can see why people aren't seeing Moana, because they know the story, they've seen the story already, and it's like, okay, this is the same story, same people, just a little different. And, the cartoon just does it much, much more epic. But it's interesting to see the live action version of Moana. The end of Oak Street, I think, is poised to take over for some of the people tired of seeing Spider-Man, that wants something different. And like I said, it is the only new movie out this weekend, so you can't go wrong checking it out. And it'll definitely get big legs on streaming, hopefully on Netflix or Amazon Prime, where people will be able to see it and enjoy it there. Will it break into the top #1 spot? No, Spider-Man will probably still hold on to that, followed again still by the Odyssey. But, this might actually win #3 at the box office this weekend. It's going to come in probably 3 or 4. I don't know what else could beat it, but I'm going to bet on #3. Probably not making a lot, maybe 20, 25, 30 million, probably, just from the people, the audience members who were tired and wanted something new other than Spider-Man again. I'll probably see Spider-Man one more time, but, 3 times, 4 times might be too much for me, and I'm glad another movie is out. And I was really hoping that Mutiny, the Jason Statham movie, would have came out this weekend. That way there would have been another movie to see, but that comes out later at the end of this month. So, but at least the end of Oak Street is a decent watch. It could be a good family movie. There's a little blood in it. Not for little kids, but, you know, if you want to take your teenagers to go see it with you, they would find some of it enjoyable. Again, it is kind of dated, being back in the 80s, but if they were fans of Stranger Things, they'll get the gist of it quickly enough. All right, so again, at the very least, this is a other chapter in, say, the Jurassic World kind of setting. Definitely something that the Jurassic World franchise should have explored more than the route that they have taken. And you can easily fit this in there, in this story overall, into the overall Jurassic World kind of mythos, you know, and you'd be happy if you enjoy dinosaur movies and the Jurassic World, you'll enjoy this one as well. All right. So again, Shaka Thumbs Up for The End of Oak Street. All I can say is go ahead and check it out whenever, however you can. Mahalo and aloha.